I'm back with some wonderful friends.
There we go.
I almost went up with it. Old,
Bess?
I just put it in. I've never cooked like this before.
and new. You've got a very naughty look about you. They all want my help in the kitchen.
If you don't mind me taking notes.
You've no time to make notes. You're going to
Okay.
be cooking.
Well, you want me to do it? This is the bit that frightens me.
Some,
And now we're cooking.
a little more than others.
Emergency.
So I've created fantastic new recipes. Sizzle, sizzle.
Whoever cooked that is sensational.
Oh, Mary.
Whether you call it dinner, supper, or tea,
I've got this.
these foolproof dishes will guarantee success every time.
Oh, you're like the fourth emergency service. I'm famished.
What could be better? My dear friend Sue Perkins is coming to visit today. Sue and I spent 7 years side by side in a tent on Bake Off. And she's now become one of our most popular TV and radio presenters. But we've never cooked together, so we're in for a real treat.
I've not seen her for a while. And what do you give the woman who's got everything? Well, a chest full of soft herbs as it goes.
Sue loves cooking, but I gather never really follows a recipe.
Bess? Hello, lovely. Can I just say your security is very lax?
Come on,
All right,
in.
I'm coming round. I'm coming round. Hello, my darling friends. I've got to give you a hug.
Just so good to see you. We're going to cook together. I've chosen these exciting dishes. They're just the ticket for someone who likes a more freestyle way of cooking.
We've never cooked together, and all the time we've known each other, we've never cooked together.
But I know you're a good cook.
I mean, I do cook a lot, and I cook a lot of silly, nonsensical, frou-frou things, but I also like pragmatic cooking, and that's what my mum does. Basics done well.
And where did she learn?
She learnt from you. I grew up with your books in the house, and your kind of recipes have been in our family for 50 years.
No pressure then. This first recipe will be perfect for a cook like Sue. Not too many instructions to follow, but delicious. Falafel and pickled cabbage and whipped feta. How do you feel about that?
I buy falafel a lot. I don't think I've ever made them.
You've never made them? Well, this is a first then.
Perfect. That sounds delicious. Because you've obviously and very sweetly catered for the fact I'm a vegetarian, so I really appreciate that.
The falafel is simply a chickpea mix packed full of flavour. First of all, put some oil in the pan, and I've got a couple of banana shallots, and just gently fry them to start with.
It's not often you see a finely diced banana shallot.
Give it a turn, and that's looking good.
Good.
Add crushed garlic, followed by the dry spices, coriander and cumin.
That smells good.
Fry them off to make sure there's no powdery aftertaste. Now, what's your kitchen like at home?
Chaos, as you can imagine.
I don't imagine.
Well, I'm quite messy. I get very excited by food, and I'll pick a region in my head, and there'll be this mountain of washing up and chaos that I've created, because my brain is a bit like a pinball machine.
Sue, you seem to be doing well to me. Just tip the shallots into a bowl to cool.
We've really gone for the spicing. It's nice. I like it.
The zest and juice of a lemon. Don't grate yourself, because we're not insured.
You couldn't insure these hands. Not worth it. Do I put the juice in here, Bess?
Yes. That zesty lemon tang will be balanced by handfuls of fresh parsley.
All of this parsley?
Yes, all of it. And finally, something with an aromatic punch. I love the smell of coriander.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's something that you either love or hate, and I bet you love it.
I absolutely love it, because I love my curries and I love all that sort of Southeast Asian stuff, so you can't really cook that without coriander.
Now, 4 tablespoons of plain flour and a beaten egg to bind it.
You're getting a slight hint of the Perkins kitchen here with the mess now. This is one of the few honest days' work I've done in the last 10 years.
Don't worry, the next part is in the blender. So what about you? Do you have gadgets in the kitchen?
I have had a lot of gadgets, but they don't last long. I've smashed blenders, I've had boiling hot soup in the face, A&E, I've tripped over plugs.
I think I'm going to do
I think you should. I think you should, yeah. If I touch that, that's emergency
You're not
services.
coming anywhere near it.
I'm not going anywhere near it.
Right, so on this goes 2 tins of chickpeas, roughly chopped.
So you don't need to add any water or anything? You don't need to add any water or anything?
No!
Good, great. Sometimes I put an ice cube in there.
And that'll make a row.
It makes a real din, I love it.
That's it. Now simply mix the chickpeas into the onions, herbs and spices.
I think that's incorporated okay.
Did you put a little more seasoning in or
I shall
not?
pop a little bit more in.
We'd
This is
like
the
to.
home cook seasoning. This is the chefy seasoning.
Well, chefy, please. A quick wash of the hands and we can get shaping. These can go straight on the tray.
Thank you. It's a sort of classic falafel shape.
Now, they do vary a little bit in size, but does it matter?
No.
Because some people like big ones and some people like smaller ones. That's it.
Genuinely, I would be eating these all day long.
Now, look, what's this mess here?
That's going to be the massive one at the end.
No, it's not. It's going to be 2 there.
OK.
You're getting a bit slapdash.
I know, because this is the end of the concentration span. You see, there's a hyper-focused sort of 5 minutes, and then there's a slight tailing off, isn't there?
30 minutes to chill, then into a hot pan. Bit of olive oil in there, a drop of olive oil. You can't have a bit, can you? They take about 3 minutes on each side,
OK.
roughly, but I mean, keep peeking to see, but it wants to be a pale golden brown.
I'm one of these early flippers. I just can't, I want to fiddle with it, but you've got to
Just
leave it.
keep looking, because there's nothing worse than it looking undercooked.
It's coming along, it's getting there.
All we need is some crisp lettuce, a spoon of pickled red cabbage, and something I just love, a dollop of whipped feta. It makes it very rich and it goes perfectly well. But we've done it differently because I've added yoghurt. Just mix it until it's a lovely light consistency. Greek-style yoghurt is best. Well, they look amazing.
I can't wait. Try this whipped feta, which is calling me. It's screaming my name. That feta is unreal.
What about the falafel?
Really good. I'm so used to this sort of dusty, sandy falafel you buy in supermarkets, and these are really soft and really delicious.
And the great thing about these, before you fry them, you can freeze them and just fry them once they've thawed.
I want that in an injectable form.
I can arrange that.
I know you
The
can.
only thing is it goes in your bottom.
Perfect. Not again, Mary.
It's a glorious spring day, perfect for planting Sue's gift to me, and to show off my veg patch at the same time.
Oh, this is very smart.
Well, it's for my old age. When I'm really old, I shall sit on the edge and do a bit of planting. I'm only nearly 90, not ready for that yet. I still love getting stuck into some gardening. So there we have a lot of little plants in here. So if I turn them out, look at all those roots there.
That, to coin a berry expression, is cram jam.
Cram jam full of root. And then if you gently prise them apart and get plenty of root with that.
And how many do you want in a chunk?
I'm going to take 2. If you put them in there and you want to plant the earth just to the top there, where the earth is now.
And how far apart, Bez?
About 4 inches apart.
Got you.
I put that stick there so you can do it. And I'll pass them to you. So that's 1. And we'll take a chance and have 2 in that one. So you really can't plant basil till after May because of the frost.
Yeah, they're a delicate little thing, aren't they?
So they are beautifully spaced, about 5 inches apart, straight road. You're a true professional gardener when you do things like that. Don't they look good? It's very rewarding.
It's so rewarding, and it's just such a neat, simple trick. I love it. Because most of the time, this will just sit on a windowsill. You have one great meal out of it, and it'll just wither and die. And now look, all its babies can flourish.
There are little ones ready to come on.
I forgot to wear gloves, though. Now, if only there was a pair of clean white trousers nearby on which I could
Don't you dare.
I'm going to kiss you. The thing is, you're probably quicker than I am.
Planting done. I've chosen my next recipe because it makes the most of fresh fruit and veg and will appeal to Sue's endearing creative approach.
I love bruschetta, love it.
It's with goat cheese, asparagus and fig.
Absolutely delicious.
It's one of my favourites because it's so easy to prepare ahead. Start with the asparagus, snapping off the woody ends, then blanch for a couple of minutes in salted boiling water.
Do you know what, Bez? What my mum would do with these, they're perfectly usable, the ends, soup.
Absolutely, she was wasting on what?
Absolutely. Right, that's going to be nice.
While the asparagus simmers away, brush the baguette slices with olive oil on both sides, ready for toasting. That looks good.
I think it's done.
2 minutes is all the asparagus need. Drain and run under cold water to keep the bright colour.
Look at me refreshing. Refresh, refresh, refresh.
Just concentrate on the job. Oh,
You couldn't be more refreshed if they tried. Right.
Now, I put the grill on full and I'm going to just season the layers. You can be my bender downer to see when they're done. Want them both.
Right, I'm bending down. No, they're good. They can probably have a little bit more, I think.
What do you mean? They're absolutely undone.
Well, I was just trying to spare your blushes and be polite.
While the baguette toasts, Sue and I imagine how we would comment on it if this was Bake-Off. If it was black, what would you say?
If it was black, I'd say it was crispy. And if it was a mess, I'd say it was informal.
Yeah.
I would say it was
all those
because you would always say, yes, it's very informal. And that would mean it had completely exploded.
We were a kind lot. Anyway,
Mary, you can bend better than I can. That's coming up. That's coming up nicely.
the delicious figs need very little doing to them. So each one into 6. Can you manage that?
It's a good job it's foolproof because the fool has arrived.
With both sides toasted, we can start to build up the bruschetta. How about this?
Oh, crispy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not too dark. That's just perfect on both sides.
I'm glad you were looking at that because it would be burnt on my watch.
I'm giving Sue free rein to enjoy her creative chaos. She's starting with a generous layer of creamy spreadable goat's cheese.
Do you know what? I don't own a palette knife.
If you don't own a palette knife, you can use a spoon. This is versatile. You can use a very rich cream cheese.
Delicious.
And perhaps a little bit of garlic in it would do just as well. The sweet, ripe fig sits on top of the cheese.
All right, I'm going to dig those in.
All right.
It's got a lot of height, this canapé, hasn't it?
Yes.
The roof of your mouth is going to know that you've got involved with it.
I think it's a step up from a canapé. A canapé should go in one mouthful.
You've not seen me.
I'd like to see.
Oh, I will. You know I will.
No, we'll see. Finish with the perfectly al dente asparagus to bring it all together. Could you explain what's happened to this one?
This one?
Yeah, oh, I see you split it in half. Well, that shows you're an individual.
That's exactly what my teachers used to say just before expelling me.
Finally, season and drizzle runny honey and olive oil all over. Particularly on the asparagus because it will char grill a bit. They're going back under the grill. That's if there's anything left. Oh, it's delicious.
That's really good. Whoever cooked that is sensational.
So if you're doing this ahead, don't do the drizzling. Just leave them covered in the fridge.
So the drizzle is always a last-minute thing?
Yeah. Right at the top of the oven under the grill, shut the door and keep an eye on them.
Fabulous.
It will need 4 or 5 minutes for the figs to caramelise. Is that crisp?
It's certainly crisp, isn't it? Yum.
You said you were going to do it in one mouthful.
I would, but it'll go everywhere. This is so good, I never want to stop eating it.
Gosh, it is so good.
You've really smashed this, and the sweetness is really good from the figs.
Let's get going and have a cup of coffee.
But first of all, you have to stop this awful haunted tea towel.
What's the matter with it?
What are you? I don't know, it's haunted.
Come on.
The fact that you actually believe that is going to... I can't deal with that. Cooking
Cooking isn't the only thing Sue and I have never done together. I used to play tennis all the time, and for years I've promised to give Sue a few tips so she could indulge too.
Right, Bez. I'm ready. Give us your best.
Oh, how about getting in position? And I've got the firing line.
I was going to say, how about you do one? But no, because you're Dame Mary Berry, I shall oblige. Generations of surf-like Perkins have bent the knee.
You look the part, my friend. Oh, look at that. You've got the movement and the sun's out.
Oh.
Oh!
How do you even not? I can't do it. I can't play tennis.
Yes.
I can't play tennis.
Just keep your eye on the ball, Sue.
Yes. I touched it, Bez.
Yes, go!
Oh my God, this is extraordinary.
Go!
I can't.
Gosh, you can hit it, by Jove, you can. Wimbledon, here we come. Right, you're doing so well. I am speeding it up.
No, Bez. Oh.
Oh, McEnroe. Swing of it now. That's it, my friend. Keep going. The practice is paying off. Well, almost. While Sue carries on, I'm nipping back to cook another meal that's big on flavour, with a meat and vegetarian element to keep us both happy. I've grown to love this chimichurri sauce that goes with my roast pork. This aromatic South American salsa verde is so simple. It's foolproof. So here, I've got a fillet of pork. It's a fair-sized one, and I'm going to roast it. But first of all, I'm going to marinate it to add to the flavour. The perfect pork marinade starts with a generous glug or two of olive oil and the juice of half a lemon. In go a couple of cloves of crushed garlic and paprika. Look how beautifully red that is. Chili flakes give the sauce a spicy kick. Season and bring the marinade together. It's really the garlic that needs mixing with the other, that's it. Then I'm going to put the pork in it. This is a fairly fat pork fillet. Fillet of pork is not too expensive. It's all lean meat and cooked in this way, full of flavour. So just push that in. Marinate in the fridge for 1 hour. The longer you leave it, the better the flavour. So into the pan. That's sizzling perfectly. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this and keep turning it. And it's browning quickly. It's a very quick job, this, as long as you've got a hot pan. That's just perfect. Lift that out. Now into the oven at 200 fan for about 18 minutes. To take the tenderloin to the next level, my no-fuss, no-cook chimichurri sauce. Start with 8 tablespoons of olive oil and the juice of half a lemon. Then in with freshly chopped parsley, coriander and oregano. And a small banana shallot, finely chopped. Crushed garlic, chili flakes and seasoning, and my sharp, tangy sauce is almost there. All I've got to do is to mix that up. And that's the consistency of it, just dropping. Perfect. Rest the pork to let the juices set. That feels just about right. Then slice and load with lashings of chimichurri. Just makes it come alive. I think that looks very stylish, in fact, quite stunning. Sue is a veggie, so I know the pork won't be for her, but she's bound to have worked up an appetite on court. So I'm making this sweet and crunchy Hispi cabbage just for Sue. I know Sue well, and she doesn't like complicated recipes. This is very straightforward and utterly delicious. My favourite cabbage is what I call pointed. That's what I was brought up to, but it's got a bit posh since then. It's now called sweetheart cabbage or Hispi cabbage. It's got a lovely crunch to it, and I'm serving it with a tomato dressing. To start, quarter the cabbage and pop into boiling salted water for 1.5 minutes. And immediately you see the outside leaves are brightening up, bright green, very tempting. To keep its crunch, plunge the cabbage immediately into cold water. And then that'll stop it cooking and keeps that bright green. Cooled, drained and thoroughly dried, brush with olive oil, season, then into a griddle pan with the cabbage cut side down. Sizzling already, and they fit in very nicely. So you want char grilling on both cut sides and across the back here. And I'm just going to put a little oil ready to turn it over in a minute. This looks so smart, so different. I know that Sue is going to love this. She entertains with style. She likes different things. This, I'm sure, will be a favourite of hers. A touch more seasoning and we're done. That really does look pretty amazing, doesn't it? Simply plate up and pour over my sun-dried tomato and sriracha dressing. Delicious.
Right.
I've been cooking while you've been away.
Great, because I'm hungry again. It's been 30 minutes since I've eaten.
I've done some lovely chimichurri pork and hispi cabbage with a lovely dressing.
I love hispi cabbage. It's so good. It can take on so many different flavours. It's really Moorish. I'm going to leave you to the pork and I'm going to heavily get involved in that.
I think I'll get it up in one go. There we are. Whoops.
Delicious.
And I'll have some of this lovely pork.
So that's chimichurri dressing.
That's right.
Yum.
Goes on all sorts of things other than pork.
Yes, slather it on it. Veg, everything.
You could have it on hispi cabbage, couldn't you?
Just going to preemptively. We know it's going to happen, so. Oh, I need 2 portions of this because, quite frankly, that was a gruelling workout that you made me go through. I've not exercised like that since forever.
Builds you up.
I don't know if I need any more building up, Mary. I think I'm built up enough.
Save some room, my friend, because no dinner is complete without a pud. This scrumptious plate pie works best if you follow the recipe. Easy with my clever sweet short crust pastry and piles of rhubarb.
Let's see if I can just do that bit. Right, there we go.
That's it. Toss the rhubarb in caster sugar to release its juices and corn flour to create a sauce. It's the corn flour that makes it smooth and saucy rather than runny.
Self-sourcing. At the moment, it's looking like fruit and dust.
Don't you worry, it will change.
All right.
While the rhubarb steeps, onto the pastry.
Pâté sucre, isn't that what they call it?
You're getting terribly grand. You'll be over to the Paris Cordon Bleu within a week.
But they won't have me.
Sue won't go wrong with this all-in-one pastry method. So there's plain flour going in there.
Yeah.
Cold cubed butter. Whiz till it's crumb-like. And add the icing sugar. And you don't add the sugar at the beginning because it would stick to the butter.
Ah!
That's it. 2 beaten eggs, having reserved some for glazing, whiz, and the pastry's done.
Oh, that is sensational. People always find pastry quite intimidating to make, but actually you just do it like that. It's easy, isn't it?
Using an enamel plate to bake the pie ensures success. This is terribly smart. So using metal means that the heat gets around it quicker and you do get it beautifully cooked underneath.
So enamel's a better conductor than anything else?
That's very professional.
Well, I can say the words, I don't know what they mean.
I've rolled out the bottom layer.
Amazing.
There we are. Now just leave that hanging over the edge. And then we come to the top. I say we, but the rest is up to Sue.
God, it's so relaxing.
It's good, isn't it?
Everyone should make pastry as a sort of stress-relieving tactic.
You've got the technique.
Well, as I say, I had the best teacher.
All that's left is to pile on the rhubarb, including those wonderful juices. Really mountain it high.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well done. Brush the edge with a reserved beaten egg so the pastry topping will stick.
This is taking me to such a happy place, Bez.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm with my nan and I'm with my mum and...
Perfect. Now for the real challenge, covering that mountain of rhubarb filling. There you are, it's all yours. That's it. Couldn't be better.
Two kinks and dinks, homemade.
It's what happens at home. Trim around the edge,
Not my forte, neatness.
then pinch the edges together to seal. That's perfect. So, Operation Glazing. We've got our beaten egg,
And that just gives it a nice colour.
a gorgeous shine, and that's so important. Finally, decorate the top with any leftover trimmings. As informally as you want. Are you enjoying this?
More than I can tell you.
A sprinkling of caster sugar to give the top a golden crunch. Then once chilled, it's time to bake. In it goes. Gosh, that looks really brilliant.
Yum.
Bake at 200 fan for 15 to 20 minutes to crisp the base. Then reduce to 160 fan to cook through. Time to whip the boozy topping, brandy, cream and icing sugar. That is just right. I can tell you what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say. I'd have a bet on it.
Oh, go on then. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think just pop a bit of cream in that and that's good.
That's delicious. You like a little bit on the
We
side?
absolutely do. We are very much as one when it comes to just slathering alcohol into desserts.
Very careful. Keep level. That's it. On the top there. I think that looks perfect. Are you proud of that?
I'm really proud of that. It looks really pretty and deeply edible.
And you managed to do all those edges. The leaves are beautifully in place. It looks tempting. I like the way the knife goes through. Crunch, 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 crunch. How about that? Look at it.
Oh. And then you can scoop all that delicious juice out.
That's it.
Get some of that.
Perfect. All that needs is a dollop of boozy cream. Oh, lovely. And we're good to go.
Yum.
I don't think life gets better than that. Come on.
Cheers, my darling friend.
The sweetness of that is just right, isn't it?
It is, it's not too sweet.
And wonderful pastry that has got crunch. Just look at that, as short. Sweet, short crust.
Honestly, it makes me tearful, it's so good.
So, have you enjoyed your cooking day?
I've had the best day. The exercise in the middle of it was brutal, I won't lie.
Sheer pleasure having you here.
Oh, my friend, I've loved it. Thank you. Sorry I'm not chatting much, but I'm just eating.
Shall we just go around the corner, find a drink and sit and enjoy this? Come on.
And let's finish off the brandy from that boozy cream.
Next time, Dragon's Den's Sarah Davies doesn't know what to wear.
It's all about impressing Mary today.
As we cook some celebratory dishes. Those look champion, don't they?
She is.
In an alfresco extravaganza.
I mean, that's pretty good. I can't believe I made it.